In this particular lecture, we will discuss convolution integral problem. It's a continuation of the previous lecture. And in the previous lecture, we discussed some practice question, and this is a solution for that practice question. So first, we will discuss the question x of t is equal to e raised to minus 3t into u of t, and h of t is equal to u of t minus 3 into, minus u of t minus 5. So we need to find the output y of t of an LTI system. Here x of t and h of t are given. It's a convolution integral related problem. So first we need to plot the signal. Okay. First we will plot x of t. So if you observe this particular waveform, it's an exponentially decaying signal, e raised to minus 3t into u of t. And this exponential signal is multiplied with u of t, means u of t exists only in the positive side. So you'll get an exponential signal which exists in the right hand side. So the maximum amplitude is 1, and for t negative the magnitude is 0, because u of t exists only in the positive side. And here the amplitude you can indicate as e raised to minus 3t. And this is the signal x of t. Now we'll plot h of t. H of t, if you observe, is actually a combination of two signals. First signal is written as u of t minus 3. U of t minus 3 is equal to 1 for it's a shifted step signal. So u of t minus 3 is equal to 1 for t minus 3 greater than 0 or t greater than 3, and 0 for t minus 3 less than 0 or t less than 3. So this is a point 3, and if it is t is greater than 3, the function amplitude is 1, otherwise 0. So this is not h of t. First we will plot u of t minus 3. Next we need to plot u of t minus 5, and u of t minus 5 means is again a shifted version of the step signal, is equal to 1 for t minus 5 greater than 0 or t greater than 5, and 0 for t minus 5 less than 0 or t less than 5. And here you can see 5, and if t is greater than 5 means towards right, the function magnitude is 1, otherwise 0. Now we can plot h of t. H of t is simply u of t minus 3 minus u of t minus 5. Means we need to subtract u of t minus 5 from u of t minus 3. So if you observe the signal up to 3, for u of t minus 3, the amplitude is 0, and u of t minus 5, the amplitude is 0. So you'll get 0 up to this point. Uh, and from 3 to 5, and if you observe the signal from 3 to 5, u of t minus 3 is having an amplitude of 1, and here it is 0. Okay. So 1 minus 0, you will get 1 from 3 to 5. And 5 onwards, u of t minus 3 amplitude is 1, and u of t minus 5 is equal to 1. So if you perform 1 minus 1, you will get 0. So this is a signal u of t minus 3 minus u of t minus 5. It's a pulse which starts from 3 and ends at 5. The width of the pulse is 2. This is actually h of t. Now we need to evaluate your integral. Y of t is equal to x of t convolution h of t. So for that we need x of tau. Already we got x of t. Simply replacing t with tau, you will get the same waveform, but the variable is tau. That's very important. Here the variable is tau, and similarly if you require h of t minus tau, h of t minus tau can be written as h of minus tau plus t if you rearrange this. And if you know h of t, you can calculate h of tau by simply replacing t with tau. And after that, you can calculate the time reversed version h of minus tau. From this, you can calculate the shifted version h of minus tau plus t. So the first signal is h of tau, which is simply the replacing t with tau. Now you'll get the time reversed version h of minus tau. Here the signal is from 3 to 5, and when you time reverse it, it becomes minus 5 to minus 3, and the amplitude will be same. And So you got a signal between -5 and -3. Now we need to plot h of minus tau plus t, means you need to add plus t here, here also plus t. Okay, so you'll get t minus 3 and t minus 5. We don't know the value of t. T can be positive or negative. So either we can draw a signal which is right shifted or left shifted. So here you can see a signal which is right shifted. So the star, you can indicate the endpoints at t minus 3 and t minus 5. This is actually h of minus 2 plus t, or you can say h of t minus 2. Okay, now we got x of 2 and h of t minus 2. Now we can evaluate y of t for different values of t. So we will fix x of tau and we'll move h of t minus 2, or we'll draw h of t minus 2 for different values of t. First, we can consider the case where this t minus 3 uh, is less than t minus 3 is less than 0. So this is t minus 3, and is the width of the pulse is 2 units. So here you can draw t minus 5. So this is a signal h of t minus 2. And if you observe the first case, you can assume that the t minus 3 is less than 0. Or if you rewrite this, t minus 3, sorry, t less than 3. That's the first case. Now we need to evaluate the integral y of t integral minus infinity to infinity x of tau into h of t minus 2 d2. And for this particular interval or limit t less than 3 or t minus 3 less than 0, you can see that both the signal exist at different place, or non-zero magnitude of x of tau starts from 0 onwards, and t minus 3 is less than 0. So if you multiply x of tau and h of t minus tau, you will get 0. For the first limit, you will get 0. And second, you can consider a case where t minus 3 is greater than 0. Okay, if t minus 3 is greater than 0, means you can see that the width of the pulse is 2 unit. So it's t minus 3 and t minus 5. And this is the signal h of t minus tau. And this is case 2. And if you observe this particular waveform, here you can see some shaded region. And this is a common area. And this particular region, I can indicate that t minus 3 is greater than 0. And the shape of the waveform is constant for the 2 units from t minus 3 and t minus 5. This is 2 unit. So you can evaluate this integral for the duration 2 unit. So you can start from t minus 3 greater than 0 and less than 2. For this particular limit, you will get exactly the same result. Or if you rewrite this 0 less than t minus 3, you can rearrange. If you take the first two case, and you can write 0 plus 3 less than t. And another case, t minus 3 less than 2. So if you consider these two limit, you can write t less than 2 plus 3. So it is 5. So you can write 3 less than t less than 5. When t is ranging from 3 to 5, or t minus 3 is between 0 and 2, you can write your y of t equation like this. You can start your integration from 0 onwards and maximum up to t minus 3, because the h of t minus 2 becomes 0 when t minus 3. Okay, up to this point t minus 3. So we can limit your integration from 0 to t minus 3. And x of tau is given by e raised to minus 3 tau, and h of t minus tau is equal to 1. So 1 d tau. And if you integrate this, you'll get a constant 1 by minus 3 into e raised to minus 3 tau and 0 to t minus 3. And if you simplify this, it becomes 1 by minus 3 e raised to minus 3 into t minus 3 into e raised to 0, that is 1. And if you rearrange this, you'll get 1 minus e raised to minus 3 t minus 3 whole divided by 3. Okay, for the limit 3 to 5. This is one case. Now we can consider one more case, that is if the signal is moving greater than 2, that is now the signal crosses the point 2, that is t minus 3 crosses 2, means the back end of the signal will be somewhere here. So t minus 5, this is h of t minus 2. So if you observe this particular overlapping area, for t greater than or t minus 3 greater than 2, you will get exactly the same behavior. So we can consider this as case 3. Here for the limit t minus 3 greater than 2, or we can write t greater than 5. For this particular limit, y of t can write is from integration start from t minus 5 onwards, because h of t minus 2 is having non-zero magnitude from t minus 5 to t minus 3. So you can integrate from t minus 5 to t minus 3 e raised to minus 3 to d tau. Okay, so this is the third case. Now we can simplify this. If you integrate, you will get 1 by minus 3 is a constant, then remaining is e raised to minus 3 2, and you can apply the limit t minus 5 to t minus 3. If you apply the limit 1 by minus 3 into e raised to minus 3 t minus 3 minus e raised to minus 3 t minus 5. Uh, Now you can substitute this equation values. We can simplify like this the equation, and can conclude that y of t is equal to 0 for t less than 0, and between 3 to 5 we can use the equation 1 minus e raised to minus 3 t minus 3 by 3, and for the last case you can write this equation for t greater than 5. Okay, so this is the answer for the question e raised to minus 3t into u of t, and for this particular part. Now we can discuss another question. Here it is given that the signal x of t and h of t, we need to find the convolution of the signal. Now we can observe this particular waveform. Here x of t is given by pi t minus 1 by 2. This pi is actually indicating the rectangle pulse. So rectangle uh, t by, for example, capital T means is actually indicating a pulse, rectangle pulse. So here the variable is t, and indicating that the width of the pulse is t. So this is centered at 0. Now we can draw the waveform t by 2 to minus t by 2. So total width of the pulse is t unit. That's the meaning of pi rectangle t by 2, or pi uh, t by capital T. Here the variable is t. Now it is given that it's shifted by 1 unit and the width of the pulse is 2. Means t minus 1 means it is shifted to 1 unit towards right. So center becomes 1. So if you draw the signal x of t, that is a rectangle t minus 1 by 2 means the center is shifted to 1, because here the center is 0 and it is shifted 1 unit right. So you can draw a pulse which is centered at t is equal to 1. So this is the t axis, and the width of the pulse is 2 unit. So towards right, 1 unit, left 1 unit. So if you choose 1 as the center, you can draw a waveform like this. So this is a waveform rectangle t minus 1 by 2. If rectangle t by t, small t by capital T is indicated as a rectangle, it's t by t, which is centered at 0, and the width of the pulse is t unit. Now it is given that a rectangle or pi t minus 1 by 2 means the width of the pulse is 2 unit, and the center is shifted to 1 right side by 1 unit. So 0 is shifted to, if you simply draw a rectangle uh, t by 2 is a waveform which is centered at 0, and it's 1, and here it is minus 1. So this is the waveform rectangle t by 2, and that waveform is shifted towards 1 unit. Right. Now we'll draw h of t. H of t is given by u of t minus 10, and u of t minus 10 means a step signal, which is equal to 1 for t minus 10 greater than 0 or t greater than 10, and 0 for t minus 10 less than 0 or t less than 10. So if you indicate the values, for example, I'll draw 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25. Here it is minus 5, minus 10, minus 15, is 20, minus 25. T is greater than 10, means assume that this is a point 10, and if t is greater than 10, the function magnitude is 1. This is simply u of t minus 10. Okay, and this is the t axis. Now we need to evaluate the equation. For that, we require x of tau and h of t minus tau. I already drawn all these signals, because by simply replacing a t with tau, you will get x of tau. So now x of tau is equal to pi tau minus 1 by 2. You will get exactly the same waveform, but the variable is tau. Now, if you observe h of t h of tau, h of t minus 2 we required, so that you can observe from h of t you can draw h of tau, and then h of minus tau, then h of minus tau plus t, okay, which is equal to h of t minus 2. If you rearrange, you will get h of minus tau plus t, and this is h of tau, okay, which is starting from 10 onwards. And now we can draw h of minus tau, simply the time reversed version of the signal. Again, remember that the variable is tau. Now we need this is a signal h of t minus tau. It's starting from minus infinity up to minus 10. Now we need to shift the signal by plus t unit. Okay, so you can write minus t plus 10, or you can write t minus 10. So we don't know the value of t, so it can be positive or negative. So generally you can shift the signal towards left or right. Now you can see here it is shifted to right, and this is t minus 10, h of minus tau plus t. Okay. Now you can evaluate the integral. For different values of t, we need to integrate the equation. So first you can consider the case where this t minus 10, t minus 10 is somewhere here, t minus 10, this is h of t minus 2. And if you multiply these two signal, and you can write the limit also, t minus 10 less than 0, or you can write t less than 10. And for this particular limit, if you write y of t equation, integral minus infinity to infinity, x of tau into h of t minus 2 d tau, you will get 0, because x of tau starts from 0 onwards. In this particular case, this t minus 10 is less than 0, so there is no overlapping area. Now we can consider the case 2. For the case 2, we can consider equation where this t minus 10 is greater than this infinitely long signal from minus infinity to t minus 10. This is h of t minus So if you observe this particular signal, when t minus 10 is greater than 0, and you can see that x of tau is a pulse of with 2 unit, so you'll get the same behavior up to 2. That is, you can put a limit between 0 and 2, t minus 10 greater than 0 and less than 2. You can write y of t is equal to, you can start the integration from 0 onwards, and maximum t minus 10, because after t minus 10 there is no magnitude for h of t minus 2, it's becomes 0. So for this particular limit, x of tau is 1, h of t minus 2 is 1. And if you integrate, you will get tau, and you can apply the limit 0 to t minus 10. So finally you'll get t minus 10. And for this particular limit, 0 less t minus 10 less than 2, you will get uh, t minus 10. Now we can consider the next case, that is the t minus 10 is crossing the point 2. So now assume that it's somewhere here, and this is t minus 10. And this h of t minus 2 is a very long signal. It starts from minus infinity onwards. So after this point, you will get exactly the same area or constant area when t minus 10 is greater than 2. From this particular point onwards, or if you write a t minus 10 greater than 2 means t greater than 12. Okay. For this particular limit, you will get a constant area that is from 0 to 2. It's again a rectangle pulse. Width is 2 unit and height is 1. So you can write the area simply. You can find out the area by 1 into 2 by finding the rectangle area. Or you can integrate it from 0 to 2, 1 d tau. If you'll get 2 and it's from 0 to 2, you'll get 2. And above this point, when t is greater than 2, 12, you'll get 2. And here you can write the limit simply replacing this is greater than t minus 10 is greater than 0 means t is greater than 10, and t minus 10 less than 2 means t is less than 12, because we already evaluated all these limit. So between the limit 10 to 12, you will get t minus 10. For all other values, t greater than 12, you'll get 2. So this is the final result. So you can conclude for t less than 10, it's 0. Between 10 to 12, you will get t minus 10, and greater than 12, sorry, t greater than 12, you will get 2 constant area. So this is the final result. This is y of t. And you can also plot this if you take the values. Okay, similarly assume that this is a point 10. If t less than, this is a signal y of t. If t less than 0, you will get 0. Okay, for 10 to 12, 10, 11, 12, you will get the signal t minus 10. Okay, so if t is equal to 10, y of t is equal to t minus 10, that is 0. If you substitute t is equal to 10, 10 minus 10 0. And when t is equal to 11, y of t is equal to 11 minus 10, that is 1. So at this particular point, signal magnitude is 1. At t is equal to 12, y of t is equal to 12 minus 10, that is 2. So for this particular point, it's 2. So you'll get a signal like this, straight line. This is actually t minus 10 from 10 to 12. After 12, the signal amplitude is a constant. There is always 2. So this is the final result. And there's one more question that we will discuss in the next class. Okay.